Okay, so what I did yesterday, I didn't really do a video. Me and Trevor did like a scrap run, so I didn't really work on my house that much, but I did come at the end of the day and I glued this little trim thing down. So you can see right there, that thing kind of makes it so it looks a little bit better. I'm probably gonna caulk on, where's my finger at? Probably gonna caulk on the bottom of it because it didn't reach all the way. So I'll just run a bead of caulk around the whole thing and it'll make it look all right. And then that's just the bottom piece. Then this piece goes on top like so. And then tile fits directly in it. And then I'll, what my plan is today is to do all the tile. And then, you know, I'm gonna have to cut some pieces and all that fun stuff, but get the tile all the way down, and then pretty much all I'll have to do is grout it tomorrow. So yeah, there's some, I don't know, it shouldn't be too bad. This first row will be pretty simple. I'll just go from center out, and then I think it may be a little bit close, but what I'm gonna, like, so center out so it's even, and then coming over here, I think the next tile will, so this tile will probably come to right here, so the next tile will be like a little bit in this little area, so I'll have to cut it so it fits. That's the only bad thing about doing tile, is all the, when you get stuff like that. On this side, it'll be a little bit more of a pain. I'm probably going to have to, you can see right there that weird little trim thing that I put in. I probably should put the tile down before I did that, but it's okay. I'll make it work, I think. It won't be that big of a deal. So do that, and then other than that, once that's done, that's, you know, there's just trim right here. I think this is actually the only spot that's going to be an issue. You can see that a long time ago they cut the wood short when they did the floors, but I don't know. See, this is what I'm talking about. I have to put, I don't know, it's gonna look kind of weird maybe, but what my plan is to run, like, put this piece of baseboard in here and then run like a smaller piece just because of this extra stuff right there. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else that's that far out, and there's no way to put a piece of wood there because there's nothing back behind it to screw to. Actually, here's another spot. So, I mean, it'll probably look kind of weird because it has this, but if I took that off, I'd really have to have a thick piece of baseboard. So actually this is kind of, it might work. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's close, but I really don't want to have like a thing right there, so I'll probably just do the same thing. The only issue I'm going to run into is the outlet. Look at the sun on that floor. Look how nice it looks. Look at that grain. Look at that grain. Yeah, that's so nice. I'm glad I redid the floors. That's like, redoing the floors in your house is like one of the top things to upgrade your house. So if you guys ever end up buying a house, the floors and paint. All right, so I kind of mocked up the tiles, and so this is what it looks like. I'm gonna throw the first row down, and then I'll worry about cutting the back. The back isn't that big of a deal because it's just a bunch of little cuts. I still need to grout it, but yeah, the fireplace definitely looks a lot better now that it has tile instead of just concrete, like old dingy concrete. So yeah, I think that makes the fireplace look a lot better. And all I really need to do is, and I also cleaned up the stuff that was in the fireplace, but it also,
you know, makes it look a lot nicer. I tried to actually match up the tiles as best as I could. So there was like one of those lines and it continues. You know, like stuff like that, like natural rock is kind of difficult to do. But yeah, really all that's left is grout and trim. And well, grout and seal, grout that, seal it, and then trim. I still need to figure out what I'm gonna do with the trim in here. It's probably gonna end up being doubled. So it actually works. I'm gonna clean some stuff up. I'm also going to, I brought the battery today. I'm gonna finish the drywall in the basement. I'm going to clear this, the one for the kitchen and the one for the bathroom. And then once I am done with those, I'm gonna probably call it a day and go over the shop, maybe do some stuff. We'll see. Trevor wants to go over and do like, there's like a thrash car day. I was gonna take the G, but then I just decided against it. I'd rather get this stuff done. I think it's more important. And another thing that's really nice is you can see that how nice and square that is. It's because I used a piece of that stuff on the outside, on the inside of that box. So I think it looks really good. So I mean, I still need to learn a better way to cut like intricate like tiles. I mean, the one going next to the mantle, it had like a million cuts. So I don't know, it's kind of a pain. I wish I could just like figure it out so I could just draw it really quick and then just cut instead of like cutting 2 cuts and then coming back in and measuring and cutting another 2 cuts. So grouted the fireplace and started doing some trim. And I actually used like ceiling trim stuff for the floor just because I had that large gap and it worked really well. So I haven't nailed it on yet or anything. It's just sitting there. You can see it's kind of warped, but that's fine. And then there's the piece there and the piece there. I got 2 pieces and I already ran out. So I need probably at least 6 more for the living room to finish it. And then I'll just get a pack for the bedrooms and it'll be a lot cheaper. This stuff's actually like $20 a piece and they're 12 feet. So that's kind of disappointing that it's so much, just because, you know, it adds up once you get 10 of them. So I cut this piece. I mean, with that saw, as long as you measure correctly, I think everything will come out really nice. So I don't think I'll have to, my friend, when he did some of his stuff, he used a bunch of caulk to fill in the gaps, but I don't think I'll have to do that. Mine are pretty dead on. I mean, I don't have huge gaps. There's a little gap right there and everything lines up nicely right there. So I just need to, I'll probably end up buying a Milwaukee fueled nail gun and, you know, just nail these together or nail them to the wall or whatever. Or I could screw them. I have screws, but the nails would probably be a lot nicer, a lot cleaner, and I wouldn't have to worry about filling it in with a bunch of caulk. So I'll probably have, there's a nail right there, I'll probably bang that in, but I'll run a bead of caulk on the top. I don't think it'll be too big of a gap, and just to seal that in, and I guess that's pretty normal. And yeah, I mean, if you look at that right there, hold on, if you look at that right there, that makes it look a lot nicer. And then I still need to clean all the dust off of this stuff, so that's why it looks so much whiter. I mean, yeah, see. So, yeah, coming along. I am very pleased how the fireplace came out. I mean, other than, you know, hold on, let me wipe this residue off. Yeah, so there's one right there. There we go. There you go. So I'm very pleased how this came out. So this is like that metal stuff, and then the marble tiles that I got for cheap because they were on clearance. So it looks really nice grouted, and I'll probably seal it in a couple days or so. We'll see what happens. But yeah, now the fireplace looks good. The trim will be done, and and I'll be done with this project. So on the road today. I haven't posted a video for a couple days now. Just been too busy. Helped Trev last night get his cars ready for a drift event. And this isn't my truck. This is Trevor's truck. Where's Trev? He's towing the Mustang in the enclosed with the new truck, and I'm towing the BMW with the old truck. So yeah, I guess he's gonna drive both cars at the event and see how the Mustang does automatic wise and everything, and then I don't know, we'll see what happens. Last night I mounted a few tires and everything for both cars. Okay, so I'm just coming back from Colorado Springs. I picked up an Audi engine. It needs, well, supposedly it needs exactly what mine does, is valves, and hopefully I have enough good valves out of this engine to fix my engine, because the valves are $45 a piece. The engine was 200 bucks. It just makes sense to buy a engine with bent valves, because usually you'll get 12 out of an engine. So it's a V6, there's 24. I mean, closed case. But I'm just driving back to Pueblo, and